Rabiu Kwankwaso. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Rochas Okorocha. Pass it to him.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Are still being sorted out while we wait for Yabowale Ari and some of other of our colleagues. Let's bring you the profile of Muhammad Rabiu Kwankwaso, the present Kano State governor, who was born in Kwankwaso village in the Maldubi local government area of Kano State in 1956. He was an active student leader in his school days and was an elected official of the Kano State Students Association. He joined partisan politics in the Third Republic, where he won election to the House of the Representatives and became the Deputy Speaker. He was a member of the People's Front faction of the SDP led by late General Shehu Yaradua. During the 1995 Constitutional Conference, elected to be one of the representatives from Kano. He was then a member of the People's Democratic Movement led by Yaradua. He joined the PDP in 1998 and won the primaries of the party to contest election, which he won and became the governor of Kano State 1999 to 2003. He lost re-election to Malam Ibrahim Shekarau. He was re-elected as Kano State Governor on the 27th of April 2011. He is currently serving his second term as Governor of Kano State. He was appointed Minister of Defense during the administration of President Olusegun Obasanjo cabinet in 2003. In 2007, he was also appointed as Special Advisor Envoy to Somalia and Darfur by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo's administration. He also defected to All Progressive Congress in 2013 with some other PDP governors then. Right now, we're looking to speak to him, but when we are able to locate him in the crowd, we shall bring his interview. The votes are still being sorted out. Demolu, what's your observation so far?
Well, we have witnessed a sort of discipline on the part of the electoral officers. You noticed earlier when one of the ballot papers was rejected based on the fact that the thumbprint was on two candidates, and as a result it was voided. And we have also seen the concentration of the delegates on the sorting, as well as the regular approach which the Electoral Committee has also adopted. We are seeing transparency so far.
Thank you. We can now observe the sorting out for some moment.
Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Muhammadu Buhari. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Atiku Abubakar. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Be careful with the boxes. Are you okay?
That's okay, that's okay.
No, let's leave the gaps. No, let's leave the gap. Don't close the gap. Are you okay now?
Fine now. Now, we can narrow this one a bit.
You can move it, you can narrow your wind here a bit. Atiku Abubakar. You have to move it from the, yes. Okay, that's all right. That's good now. We are closer now.
Yeah, we're still witnessing the sorting out of the votes. We have a profile also of the former Vice President, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He was born on the 25th of November 1946, a politician, a businessman, and a philanthropist. Atiku Abubakar worked in the Nigeria Customs Service for 20 years, rising to become the Deputy Director of Customs, the second highest position in the service then. He retired from the Nigeria Customs in April 1989 and took up full-time business and politics. He ran for the office of the governor of Kano State, which is now Adamawa and Taraba States, in 1991. He also contested for the presidency in 1993, placing third after MKO Abiola and Babagana Kingibe in the Social Democratic Party SDP primaries. In 1998, Atiku Abubakar was elected governor. He was the governor-elect of Adamawa State, but was selected by the PDP presidential candidate then, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, as his running mate. They won the election in 1999 and was sworn in as the second democratically elected Vice President of Nigeria on May 29th, 1999. However, his relationship with his boss then went sour. Consequently, his bid to succeed President Obasanjo did not receive the approval of his boss. He was later disqualified by the Independent National Electoral Commission, but was reinstated after the order by the Supreme Court then. He later contested the election on the platform of the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, having left the PDP on account of his stormy relationship with his boss. He came third after Umaru Yar'Adua of PDP and Muhammadu Buhari of the AMPP. Dejidowu, you've been here all through the night. What can you say? What were your observations all through?
Yeah, thank you very much, Demola. Yeah, it was quite clear that the accreditation for this primary went very smoothly. Primarily maybe because before the delegates led their federal states, they've started the process of accreditation there, and on coming down to Lagos here, it's just a matter of affirmation, a matter of confirming if the accreditation is actually valid or not. And that did not waste time. So many of the delegates were able to gain access to the main bowl of this stadium quite early. And when it was time for the aspirants to address the delegates, all of them were very passionate, no doubt, and they were able to articulate their programs and their vision on what they were plan if they are given the mandate of the party. And now for the voting, it was done on a state basis, and because they made provision for quite a number of voting booths, the voting went on smoothly too. At least they had almost 40 booths for people to vote, so it didn't take time. And that apparently explains why the voting ended quite early this morning, leading to what we are seeing now that they are sorting things out. By and large, the Congress has been well planned. The crowd movement itself has been smooth. The security has been tight, and there has been no incident whatsoever so far. And it's so clear that all the members of this APC are well aware of the mission of electing a presidential candidate through a very transparent process. Back to you, Demola.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Deji, for that observation. Let's still witness. Let's see the sorting out of the votes. Let's see the sorting out.
Rabiu Kwankwaso. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari.
Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha. Muhammadu Buhari.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Rabiu Kwankwaso. This is another one. Can you confirm this? Pass this round again. Let them.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Yeah, well, we still observe the sorting out of the vote cast. My colleague is ready, Yabo Walieri, to have a live interview with one of the delegates. Yabo, it's over to you now.
Yeah, we are still on the live coverage of the convention of the All Progressives Congress, and I have here with me Malam Nasru El-Rufai. Sir, it's good to have you with us here, sir. Yeah, sir, what would you say is your take on the ongoing convention of your party?
We are very pleased with not only the design of the convention, but its implementation in many ways. We started late, we got delayed, and there were issues of security. I think we could improve on that. But on the whole, as far as process is concerned, we have shown the world, and we've shown the other political parties in Nigeria how internal democracy in a political party is supposed to work. We did not exclude anybody. We didn't muzzle out any aspirants and say, leave it for Buhari or leave it for Atiku. We allowed everyone to contest. We made it easy for women to contest by ensuring that all fees are waived for women. And today, this process that has started at state assembly level, governorship, National Assembly levels is ending with the selection or the election of our presidential flag bearer. And look at the process. Flawless. Each state came, lined up, voted. Only those that were accredited to vote were allowed to vote. Everyone that was accredited to vote voted. And this is how internal democracy in a political party should work. We are not affirming a candidate here, we are counting the votes, and the winner will be the flag bearer of the APC. I am a Buhari boy, so I'm hopeful that General Buhari will win this, and from the trend of the counting so far, it is clear General Buhari is by far the favorite to win. And we are different. We are a truly democratic party. We are a truly progressive party.
Thank you very much, sir. The sorting continues. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Yabo. And that was the interview there. The sorting of the votes is still ongoing. And earlier on, I gave a brief profile of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He was born on the 25th of November 1946. A politician, a businessman and philanthropist, Atiku Abubakar worked in the Nigeria Customs Service for 20 years, rising to become the Deputy Director of Customs, the second highest position in the service then. He retired in April 1989 and took up full-time business and politics. He ran for the office of the governor of Kano State, now Adamawa and Taraba State, in 1991. He also contested for the presidency in 1993, placing third after MKO Abiola and Babagana Kingibe. Atiku Abubakar was the vice president of the PDP for 8 years, alongside President Olusegun Obasanjo, who was the president then. Right now, we are still witnessing the sorting out of the votes. Let's go back to the convention venue.
Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari, 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 Muhammadu Buhari,
Kwankwaso,
Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari,
Kwankwaso,
Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar, Atiku Abubakar, Rochas Okorocha, Rochas Okorocha, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Muhammadu Buhari.
We are still at the Teslim Balogun Stadium, venue of the All Progressive Congress 3rd National Convention and the presidential primaries. With me here is the Deputy National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress in the South, Mr. Shagoni. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can you just briefly give us an assessment of the exercise so far?
Well, I would say so far so good. We are all here. We are all witnesses to history being made, and we are very grateful to God. It all went very well, no hitches, and we believe this is the hand of God.
Right, sir. What will be like your charge for your party faithful, sir, as regards the 2015 general elections?
My advice to not just party faithfuls, to all Nigerians, is that hope is coming. Hope is on the way. Change is here with us, and all Nigerians can now begin to count days when their fortunes will begin to change very rapidly. We are no longer going to live in despair. We are not going to live in a situation where so many people have lost hope. We are no longer going to live in a situation of helplessness. Nigerians can look up now. From this moment, Nigerians can begin to look up that hope is on the way, change is here, and that Nigeria is going to turn around.
Thank you very much, Mr. Segun. We now return back to Ademola Adeoye in our studios.
Yeah, thank you, Jide Bello, for that interview. It's just to inform you that this is the National Convention of the All Progressive Congress. The All Progressive Congress APC was formed on the 6th of February 2013. The party that you are witnessing today is as a result of an alliance by 4 political opposition parties, the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, the Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, the All Nigeria People's Party, AMPP, and a faction of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA. It will be recalled that the resolution was signed by some of the representatives of those parties then. For ACN, Tommy Kimi, who represented ACN, signed, but he has since defected to the PDP. Also, Senator Ani Okonkwo signed for ABGA. Former governor of Kano State, Malam Ibrahim Shekarau, who has also defected to the PDP, signed for the AMPP, while Garba Sadi signed for the CPC.
What do you agree on this? Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Rochas Okorocha. Rochas Okorocha. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Rochas Okorocha. Rochas. Atiku Abubakar.
While we're still watching the sorting out of the vote cast, I would just like to look at the profile of Major General Muhammadu Buhari, who is one of the candidates, was born on December 17, 1942. He joined the Nigerian Army in 1962, and in 1976 he became the Minister or Federal Commissioner for Petroleum and Natural Resources under the then Head of State, General Olusegun Obasanjo. Before then, he served as the governor of the then northeastern state during the regime of late Murtala Mohammed. He became the head of state of Nigeria. He became the head of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) in 1977. On December 31st, 1983, after the military coup that overthrew the civilian administration of President Shehu Shagari, he was elected to lead the military government as the head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, with the late Major General Tunde Diagbo as the chief of general staff. His government initiated a public campaign against indiscipline known as War Against Indiscipline. Why? And the aspect of this campaign included a public humiliation of civil servants who came late to work, while military guards were armed with whips to ensure orderly queues at bus stops. Another high-profile incident of the administration then that sparked a diplomatic incident with the British administration was when British officials found Umaru Diko, a former transport minister during Shehu Shagari administration, in a crate marked for shipment to Lagos. However, the administration of Major General Muhammadu Buhari was highly commended for his uprightness and stand against corruption. The government was able to keep the economy afloat. It rejected the IMF loan and refused to adopt the IMF conditionalities to devalue the naira. It also reduced inflation by refusing to devalue the naira, curbing import of needless goods, curtailing oil theft, and using counter-trade policy to barter or exchange for goods. Major General Buhari later served as the chairman of Petroleum Trust Fund (PTF), created by the late General Sani Abacha administration. In 2003, Major General Muhammadu Buhari contested the presidential election as the candidate of All Nigeria People's Party (ANPP). He was defeated by the PDP's candidate, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. On December 18, 2006, he was nominated as the consensus candidate of the All Nigeria's People's Party (NPP). His main opponent then was the late former president Umaru Yar'Adua. He lost that election also. In March 2010, Buhari left ANPP for the Congress of Progressive Change (CPC). His main opponents were President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP, Malam Nuhu Ribadu of the Action Congress of Nigeria, and Ibrahim Shekarau of the NPP. The election was won by the incumbent president, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP. And now with the merger of the ACN, CPC, ANPP, and a faction of the ABGA, the former head of state is now hoping to clinch the ticket to contest as the standard bearer of the APC come 2015 February election.
Atiku Abubakar.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
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 Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
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 Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar. Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Rochas Okorocha.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
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 Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
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 Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Atiku Abubakar.
Please, from me proper.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku Abubakar.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
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 Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Rochas Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
We're still watching live the third national convention of the All Progressives Congress here, taking place at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. My colleague Dejido is here to just give us a brief history of these environments, especially this stadium. Dejido.
Yeah, thank you very much, Demola. I said it before that the Teslim Balogun Stadium was constructed by the Lagos State government, and it was named in honor of the late Teslim Balogun, who was a prolific soccer player in the 60s and early 70s. The stadium has played host to a lot of important events in the country, especially important soccer tournaments. But today is the host for the third National Convention of the All Progressives Congress. But when we talk about Surulere itself, Surulere is called Sport City. It's called Sport City because there are two big stadia facing each other in Surulere. The National Stadium and the Teslim Balogun Stadium are just opposite one another, and that gives this community that particular advantage of having top-grade sporting facilities, two of them within the same environment. Surulere itself is a settlement, like I said before. Majority of early settlers in Surulere were actually relocated from Lagos Island to this place. When development was coming up in Lagos and roads have been constructed at Marina, the inner and outer Marina, the Cope Bridge, the indigenes around these areas were relocated then, and they were moved to Shita. Shita is the community that's about a minute or two from the stadium here, and that is the first location where we have settlers from Lagos Island. The community there is like that of Lagos Island. It's a close clannish community. Majority of the residents are civil servants and businessmen. And the area is perceived as a medium-income residential area of Lagos. The sorting is still going on, and with the speed at which things are going, we are looking at a clear winner imagined very soon, by the grace of God. But it's going on smoothly, and the speed is quite normal. Back to the mother.
Thank you very much, Deji, for that brief history of this stadium and Surulere. We're still witnessing the live coverage of the National Convention of the All Progressives Congress taking place here in Lagos. My colleague, another of my colleagues is standing by, Iyabo Walieri, to interview one of the delegates. Over to you, Iyabo.
Transmission of the Convention of the All Progressives Congress, APC. I have here with me Chief Audu Ogbe. He's going to tell us what his take is on the ongoing convention. Sir, it's good to have you with us, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes.
So what would you say is your take on the convention that has been on since yesterday?
It's very exciting, as you can see. Some people have been here for the last 27 hours, and we're still here. And we're following the processes. Democracy can be very tedious and slow, but if you want to do it right, then follow the rules. That's why we're here. We're going to wait till everything is counted, so nobody has any reason to doubt the outcome of what this convention has been.
APC, sir, what do you think makes it special, sir? That's your party.
Well, because first of all, we made history by coming together. Very rarely in political history do you hear of parties merging. Parties form alliances. We would like to claim that this is one of the first in history of democracy. Having done that, in less than a year, we've come along quite a strong force. Before now, of course, the comment was, where is the opposition? People didn't give us a chance. They said we were strange bedfellows. They said we didn't know where we were going. So it's becoming obvious now that there is an opposition, and not only an opposition, a government, a party that's probably going to form the next government in this country. That's the way we see ourselves.
Yeah, sir, definitely at the end of the counting, a winner will be announced.
Exactly.
What's your word to the other?
If one, as we said before we began, one person will emerge. that person will immediately call all the others together and have a chat with them. No single person has all the answers to all the problems of this country. Two, no single member can carry on the assignment alone because each of the participants brings something along to the process. Then after that, after harmonizing the opinions and the wills of the 5 contestants, the winner will then begin to lay out his agenda in accordance with the party's manifesto and also begin to talk to interest groups, manufacturers association, the medical association, the media, different groups, teachers, farmers, women's groups and so on, because we have to learn from them where the shoe pinches them. And then we have to set up teams to deal with economic issues, because the Nigerian economic situation needs the attention of all of us, and we are not experts on everything. This is where we're going to start off. And I believe that is what the winner is going to do. And we shall all be there to assist him if he wants our help. And I want to thank you, the media, for always being there for us. Without you, we don't exist. Without you, we'll have to resort to town criers who are not can be heard 200 meters away from here. So we thank you, and we want you to thank all the others. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on the program, sir. That was Chief Audu Ogbi. The counting of the votes continues. Thank you.
Rabiu Kwankwaso
of ballot papers is still ongoing. I have here with me Honorable Abubakar Danjuma Mohammed, delegates from Kogi State. Honorable Danjuma, what is your expectation from this convention?
I think our expectation was free and fair primary election, which we have just saw yesterday. This is what we call transparency. And I think APC has set a record by giving Nigeria a free and fair primary election. I think other parties will also emulate APC for what had just happened yesterday.
Thank you very much, Honorable Danjuma. As the sorting still continues, it's over to you, Ademola, in our studios.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Jide. We're still witnessing the National Convention of the All Progressives Congress. Those are some of the delegates there, the governor of Osun State and some other delegates. The votes are still being sorted out, and everybody is waiting. The All Progressive Congress, APC, like we said earlier, is a result of an alliance by 4 political opposition parties: the Action Congress of Nigeria, the Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, the All Nigeria People's Party, NPP, and a faction of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APC.
Atiku Abubakar. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Buhari.
Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Okorocha.
Okorocha. Rabiu Kwankwaso. Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku
Abubakar.
Atiku
Abubakar.
Atiku
Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Okorocha.
Rochas Okorocha.
Buhari.
Muhammad Buhari.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Atiku Abubakar.
Kwankwaso.
Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Still witnessing the sorting out of the vote cast, and standing by is my colleague Amechi Pius with one of the delegates. Amechi, it's over to you now.
You're still watching live pictures from the Teslim Balogun Stadium here in Surulere, Lagos, venue of the APC National Convention. I have with me Dr. Hasan Lawa. He's going to give us his impression about the process of the election today.
Thank you very much. As you are aware, we've been here since yesterday evening, and nobody slept throughout the night. This is one of the best organized conventions in the history of this country. It's transparent, it's open, it's free and fair, and APC is teaching other political parties how to practice democracy. The 5 contestants were here. They were satisfied with every arrangement. I want to start by commending the organizing committee for a job well done.
So what lessons do you think we can take away from what has happened here and what is still happening here?
Well, what is important here is that, like I've said, APC is teaching Nigerians, particularly political parties and party leaders, that nobody should be treated as an island or as indispensable. Anybody who volunteers or aspires to occupy the highest office of this country should be given the opportunity, as APC has given these 5 contestants, for them to come here, test their popularity, explain to the delegates what they can do, what they can offer the country, and it is left for the delegates to decide, and that is precisely what's happening here. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity, and we have a lot to learn from APC.
Dr. Hasan, we'd like to thank you for giving us your time. I will have to return you back to the studio where my colleague Ademola is standing by. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amechi, for that interview. We are still watching the live coverage of the National Convention of the All Progressives Congress, APC, taking place here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. What exactly is the traffic situation around this area, especially within the metropolis now? Ademolu, please, can you just let us have the traffic situation?
Well, the traffic situation right now is lighter than what had been experienced in the past 48 hours. It's been one experience that Lagosians will not forget in the next few years in terms of congestion. But right now, it is lighter as most of the delegates have departed. But then you must give it to the Lagos State Road Management Agency for a job well done. These men in yellow and red trousers have been so wonderful in their activities as road management was put to the best opportunity in Lagos. Some diversions were made, and some involvement of most of the officials had sort of assisted greatly. You can't really rule it off when you say you are having additional 20,000 vehicles to what we have been having in Lagos. Don't forget, we have about 8,000 delegates from across the country, and some other members that came to town, and many vehicles that made the congestion to be a terrible experience for most people even coming to Lagos State for the first time. And right now, that improvement is being experienced. Demola.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for that, telling us the traffic situation within the Lagos metropolis, which means that the economic and social activities will not be greatly affected. We're back to the venue. That is the sorting of the votes cast is still ongoing.
Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rochas Okorocha, Rochas Okorocha, Atiku Abubakar, Rochas Okorocha, Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Atiku Abubakar, Rochas Okorocha, Buhari, Rochas Okorocha.
With me is Chief Jerry Johnson, the state coordinator for Buhari campaigns in Rivers State. Sir, so far so good. What have you observed in these ongoing conventions?
The congresses and the voting is cordial. And I believe, by the grace of Almighty God, Buhari will be emerged as a winner. Because they have been in this struggle for long, and this is the time God has destined that he will become the president of this country.
What will be like your advice for, because obviously there is going to just be one winner, what should be the attitude of others who would not be privileged to be the one chosen for this task?
The contestants are all responsible and matured, and I believe they will accept it with good faith and work together with Buhari to make sure he becomes the president come 2015.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chief Jerry Johnson. It's back to you, Demola, in our studios.
Yeah, thank you, Jide, for a good job that you're doing there on the voting ground. We're still witnessing the sorting out of the vote cast. Another of my colleagues is ready. Bolaji Akim is ready to interview another delegate. Over to you, Bolaji.
You are still watching the live telecast of APC National Convention here in Teslim Balogun in Lagos. With me is Barrister Uzuamaka Onyema, who will be speaking on the convention. Ma, what is your stake on the convention?
The stake is to have a proper convention that will be free and fair, and elect the best candidate the delegates feel should fly the flag of the party.
What will you say about the way the election was conducted, the voting pattern and the rest?
No, first and foremost, we taught PDP how to be democratic. There's nothing like primary. Once you have a primary, then every aspirant will know that this is a process, and a process in which you have to put the best, a process in which the delegates have to see, hear you, and be able to make their choice according to how they understand your antecedent or pedigree. So we taught the PD, it's just not a walkover unopposed. This is just what you need in democracy, what is practiced everywhere in the world, and that is what we did today for the first time in Nigeria.
Well, we've been here since yesterday. Let's look at the contestants. How will you describe their posture before the election?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. So let me return you back to the OB crew for the continuation of the sorting of the ballot papers.
Thank you, Bolaji Akim, for that brief interview there. Like we said earlier, this is the live coverage of the All Progressives Congress National Convention. These conventions, it's a 2-day convention, and the main objective is to elect the standard bearer for the presidential election for the party coming in February 2015. We are still witnessing the sorting out of the vote cast. The 7,214 delegates were accredited for these election overnight, and they all came from the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And the voting and the conduct of this convention has been very peaceful and orderly and calm. There hasn't been any major hitch or incidents so far. We also have a huge presence here of security officials. The police are here. The members of the police are here also, and also civil service, the Civil Defense Corps members are also here, and the State Security Service. This convention is also being witnessed by the INEC officials. INEC officials are also well represented here. They are also here to witness what is happening, and everything so far so good. Most of the delegates, after casting their votes, have left the stadium, and while some of the candidates were still trying to locate them within the crowd here, we've been able to speak to one of them, Rochas, Okorocha. The others were still looking, still trying to look for where they are, so that we can also get their views. Although they all agreed before this election that whoever wins, the other candidates will fully support, and that is the spirit, and that is what they signed, and it is believed that they will all live to that. Yeah, the sorting out is still on. Demolu, you talked about some diversion, the traffic diversion around this area in order to ease traffic. Has it really helped?
Well, it has helped greatly, Demola. The past few days, as mentioned, had witnessed very high turnout of drivers from different parts of the country. And the state was congested, and but then you must give it to the traffic management team of Lagos State, and also the Federal Road Safety Commission, Road Safety Corps. They've really done a wonderful job, and they did it by even alerting the general public on the various diversions that were carried out. Don't forget, vehicular movement around the venue were affected in spite of the congestion. But then areas like Funshaw Williams and Western Avenue, Surulere, Yaba, Alaji Masha, and coastal areas were really affected. But vehicles from Lagos Island to Surulere were directed to exit at Costain to link Surulere via Eric Moore. Vehicles from Ikorodu Road, Mushin, Yaba, and the mainland were directed to at Ojuelegba to link Surulere via Itire, Lawansin Road, and at Ekmori via Bode Thomas. Vehicles from Surulere were also told from Agege Motor Road and Mushin and Kodu Road, and directed to Bode Thomas, Eric Moore, Akrili Road, and Itire, Lawansin Road to link Western Avenue and Agege Motor Road at Ojuelegba roundabout. Vehicles to Lagos Island from Surulere, Alaji Masha, and Shita area to Lagos Island and Apapa were diverted to Bode Thomas and Eric Moore to link Echo Bridge. Diversion and partial closure were observed in some areas like Funshaw Williams, Western Avenue Road from Olumegbon to National Stadium, Funshaw Williams, Western Avenue Road from Alaka to National Stadium, Alhaji Masha Road from Shita roundabout to Alaka and Shita flyover parking space was made available at the National Stadium. Pedestrian access to the convention venue were restricted to only accredited APC members, accredited observers, and accredited media personnel, and bus shuttles were also provided. Demola.
Yeah, thank you for that. Just a runoff of that, the traffic diversion around the venue of this convention. My colleague is standing by, Bolaji Akim, with another delegates there. Over to you, Bolaji.
Atiku Abubakar.
You are still watching the live broadcast of the APC National Convention here in Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. With me is Dr. Nda-Isaiah. She will be speaking on the convention so far. Madam, what is your impression about this convention?
Yes, the convention is like everybody has seen it, extremely orderly, and this is the first time in Nigeria that we are having true fair elections. Election has been done between 5 candidates, and nobody can say any cheating or hanky-panky was done. And the most popular candidate has been picked by the delegates. There has been no problem with the election so far. Now what we are doing is the process of sorting the counts, and then we will count them. We've been here since about 48 hours we have been here. The election has been very, very good indeed. The convention is such a success.
Now let's look at the delegates, the contestants. How will you describe their attitude towards this convention?
The delegates, let me talk about the contestants first. The contestants are the best we have in the country. Each and every one of them is extremely able to govern our country. And they are united, and we know what we want in APC. And we want a true change, true positive change in Nigeria. And that is about the contestants. The contestants are extremely united, and they are all competent and extremely adequate to govern our country. Then the delegates have chosen who they thought was the best candidate for them, and that is what we are seeing here. Yes, they all sorted. There wasn't any foul play in this whole affair as it started, and it is finishing very well.
Now look at the voting pattern. What can you say about this?
I am calling on INEC to actually
at this primary
election. I'm calling on INEC, the international community, and everybody else to borrow a leaf from this particular election. If elections are done like this in this country, there will be no problem at all. There will be no need for security agents to come and watch us, because nobody is going to argue with this election, because elections have been free, fair, and completely run, and there is no problem with the election. I think it should be televised live, and everybody should borrow a leaf from this particular primary elections.
Thank you, Dr. Zion. Let me hand you back to the OB crew for the continuation of the exercise.
Yeah, thank you, Bolaji, for that short interview with one of the delegates there. We're still watching the live coverage of the National Convention of the All Progressives Congress, which has so far been adjudged to be fair, open, transparent, and peaceful. Like we said earlier, many of the delegates came from all the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital. Majority of them, after casting their votes, have left, and right now what we're witnessing is the sorting out of the votes that has been casted overnight, and we're still waiting. Is going peacefully, and
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
What we are witnessing, it's like the delegate said, is a true form of democracy. The 5 candidates, like we said, Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari was the former head of state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar also a former vice president of Nigeria, Rabiu Kwankwaso, the current governor of Kano State, Rochas Okorocha, who is also the Imo State governor, and Sam Nda-Isaiah, a publisher. We're back to the venue where we're witnessing the sorting out of the votes.
Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari,
Rochas Okorocha,
Rochas Okorocha,
Atiku Abubakar,
Atiku Abubakar, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari,
Atiku Abubakar,
Atiku Abubakar,
Kwankwaso,
Rabiu Kwankwaso,
Buhari,
Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari,
Kwankwaso,
Rabiu Kwankwaso.
As sorting of ballot papers progresses, with me is Abdulkadri Abiodun Baraje. Sir, so far so good. What is your impression of this ongoing convention?
Thank you very much. This is a very impressive convention. This is the first time in Nigeria politics that you can see a very transparent convention where everybody can see it and everybody could line up to choose what the interest of the leadership for the party flag bearer for the presidential election for 2015. You can see it's very, very transparent, very, very good.
Right, what are your expectations at the end of this convention?
Yeah, the expectation of this is, for me, I wanted to see the Nigerians that APC is a party to vote for. I want them to see it. This is the way the APC will have their government running. Transparency, accountability, and every other thing. That's what we need. That is wrong in the country. This is a party that I want people to see that will put it right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abiodun Baraje.
Thank you.
Well, the sorting still continues. It's over to you, Ademola Adeoye.
Jide, for that brief interview. We're still witnessing the sorting out of the vote cast overnight, and the voting actually started around 3:30 a.m. this morning, and by 8:30 they were done with the voting, and what we are witnessing now is the sorting out of the vote cast. So far so good. Nobody has complained of any irregularities, and the whole process, like they have all affirmed, has been fair, open, transparent, and orderly.
Atiku Abubakar, Buhari, Muhammad Buhari,
Atiku Abubakar,
Atiku Abubakar,
Kwankwaso,
Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso,
Rochas Okorocha,
Rochas Okorocha, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari,
Okorocha,
Rochas Okorocha,
Kwankwaso,
Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Sorry. Hello. Do you want to rest a bit? You're okay. Okay. Buhari.
Muhammad Buhari.
You are still watching live the National Convention of the All Progressives Congress APC here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. One of my colleagues also is standing by, Bolaji Akim, to interview one of the delegates. Over to you, Bolaji.
We are still watching the live coverage of APC National Convention here in Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. With me, I have Ajia Miriam Salih Ibrahim and Alhaji Sani Abbas. They will be talking on the convention so far. Ajia, what is your take about this convention?
Let me start by giving thanks to Almighty Allah, the creator of all, the seer of all, and the knower of all, for making today a reality. My take on the convention is that it has been rancor-free, very transparent, and very peaceful. And we're praying that come 2015, the national election will take this process. That is all what we're wishing for and praying for. Thank you.
Now, let's look at the posture of the contestants. I mean, the presidential candidates. How will you describe their posture in this primaries?
Well, let me start by saying that I'm a Buhari boy.
Just look at generally all of them.
They are all good. We have an area of 18 in APC. All of them are eminently competent to lead this nation better than what we have today. However, General Buhari, as you can see from the sorting, clearly is, I think, in the lead, and we're hoping and praying that he does win. This country requires a mind shift. It requires total rehabilitation. The amount of security issues that are confronting the nation requires somebody with the experience of General Buhari, and we're hoping and praying that come May 29th, this nation will experience real change led by our able general, and inshallah, Nigeria will be better for it.
Now let's look at the accreditation of the delegates and the delegates' reaction and attitudes towards this election. How will you describe it?
It was peaceful. You can see that for the first time in Nigeria, we gave a first-rate convention. Look at the quality of the polling booth. Look at the orderliness that you noticed. It went smoothly, beautifully. There was no complaint. Real democracy in action. Every single person that is a delegate was allowed to vote. Accreditation was done outside the stadium. People queued in. They sat down step by state. States were called in alphabetical order, and people voted peacefully. We are now sorting, you can see, we are now sorting the votes, and very soon we'll start counting. So far, I have to say that we thank God. I hope Nigerians will realize the difference between APC and the other parties. We have shown that there are good Nigerians, that Nigeria is not the Nigeria that people are seeing today. That given the chance, we have a beautiful country. Given the chance, we can make it better. However, this country has serious problems. It requires serious people to solve them. And APC is the change. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me hand you back to the OB crew for the continuation of the exercise.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bolaji. Right now, we are still at the venue of the convention, where many things are happening besides the sorting out of the votes cast. A lot of activities are happening by the sides, and we hope to be able to bring you some of these activities around the convention venue. Looking at these convention and also the various primaries that APC had in the states, we said that their convention and the primaries have been fair, have been transparent, have been orderly, and also Demolu, what can you say? You witnessed, I mean, the primaries of these party at the state level. What was your observation compared to what is happening right now?
Well, there's no doubt that the past 15 years of democratic rule in Nigeria has been on the learning process, and as the year goes by, we continue to improve on election organization and also the democratic practices. And so far, what we have seen at these conventions and even primaries conducted have been an improvement from what it had been in the past. the APC primaries, taking Lagos for an example, has been somehow worthy of a well-organized electoral process. And we have also seen conduct that had been so impressive. And so the National Convention has been a bigger avenue for the party to reflect on organizing and good practice. Demola.
Yeah, thank you. We have to break quickly from that because we have my colleague Yabo Waliari that is standing by to speak with the governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole. Yabo, is over to you.
Convention of your party. So far, so good, sir. What would you say is your take on the activities so far, sir?
I think it's wonderful. Well, it has been a very tedious process, but democracy can be tedious, but there is no better option. If you won't impose and you must have a bottom-up decision, there is no shortcut. I think the thing is that the process has been transparent. Every aspirant had the opportunity to speak with the voters just before, and the voting process has been so arranged that you are not going to be able to know who voted for you and who voted against you, so that we can see people voted in full freedom. And for me, the process is what matters. And as you can see throughout last night and this morning, you know, it's like we are doing all-night vigil. There's no shouting, no fighting, no arguments and all that, because there's no suspicion that something funny is going on. So I think we are showing that the change that APC wants has to start from change in terms of the ways in which the internal party democracy is managed. And that has been brought to bear. We move away from a situation in which you ask people to step down to one in which you allow the delegates to decide who takes the flag. So for me, it's been stressful, but it's been worth it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey, my brother.
Very much. Thank you very much, Yabo. And that was the governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole. I just spoke about the Congress being orderly, peaceful, and also that the delegates who are asking for change must also prove to be a change party, a change agent. Earlier on, before the voting started, the chairman of the party addressed the delegates and urged them to conduct themselves very well and with a sense of responsibility and vote in accordance to their conscience. And candidates also were able to state their vision for the party and also for the country. Each of them were given 10 minutes to speak, and they spoke at length about what their plans are. Yabo is standing by with another delegates. We'll hand over to Yabo right now to bring up the interview. Over to you, Yabo.
Yeah, you are still on to the network, to the live transmission of the convention of the APC taking place here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere. With me again, I have the governor of Nasarawa State. Sir, it's good to have you on the program, sir.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice to speak with you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So far, so good, sir. What would you say is your take on the exercise so far, sir?
I think, simply put, I am impressed. I'm excited. And I'm full of joy that this wonderful function that we have long waited for has come and is passing through very, very successfully, much more successfully than we ever imagined. Taking a look at how everything started yesterday evening, right from the accreditation from the process of getting the people to address the crowd by the aspirants, the conduct, the way they talk, the disposition, the presentation of their own personal manifesto, which is intended with that of the party, gives you an impression of a very serious party, an impression of a party that is planning to take over the reign of government in this country with a purposeful leadership, with a visionary leadership, with values and philosophies that the people of this country dearly deserve. So you can see the commitment, the decorum, the peace that has followed the exercise. That gives you an impression what kind of a government we will have when we win this election.
So what does this now tell about your party, the APC, sir?
Sorry?
What does this now tell about your party, the APC, the exercise so far?
The exercise?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, your party.
No, you can see right from the merger, the registration, and all the activities of the party gives you certain perception. One, of a party that is really serious about change. Two, a party that has its mind on the respect of rule of law. You can see virtually every action we take are in line with our constitution, with the electoral law, and the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That gives you an impression that this is a party that has come to do things as they are, to obey and respect the tenets, the principle, and the practice of democracy. And I think this is what this country needs at this moment to move this country forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was the governor of Nasarawa State, Alhaji Almakura Tanku. Thank you.
Okay. Buhari.
Thank you, Yabo, for that interview with the governor of Nasarawa State. We're still witnessing the sorting out of the vote cast overnight by delegates of the All Progressives Congress here in Lagos. We also observed that many of the delegates that left after they cast their votes are coming back. My colleagues are trying to look out for some of the candidates so that we can also have them speak to us on their view. Yes, this is the live coverage of the third national convention of the All Progressive Congress taking place here at the Teslim Stadium.
Atiku Abubakar.
The 5 delegates earlier on were given 10 minutes each to speak to the 5 candidates were given 10 minutes each to speak of their vision for the party and also for the country. And Atiku Abubakar, when he was selling his candidatures, told the delegates that Nigerians need a change. And Nigeria is tired of abuse of power, and he asked the delegates to consider him. Muhammadu Buhari also offered himself and said he has something to offer, and he is very ready to give more to the country than what he has received. And that right now he's very impatient for change, and he's determined to govern and rule this nation and end corruption, create jobs, and also he promised not to tolerate religious, ethnic, or gender bias.
Muhammadu Buhari.
Alhaji Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso, the Kano State governor, also reeled out his achievements in the area of free education, the transformation of Kano State, provision of good road networks, and the establishment of the IPP to provide 35 megawatts, and he promised to replicate this the whole country when he's given the opportunity to do so. Well, Mr. Nda-Isaiah, the publisher, said that the APC has a divine responsibility to win the election next year, and that therefore the party must present its best candidates. He said Nigerians want fresh face and new generation to lead, and also to implement good plans for the country. He said he has clear plans and clear ideas of what he wants to do, and he promised to unite the country and provide adequate security for the people and implement ideas that will create jobs and provide a total break from the past. As you can see, we are seeing that more candidates are trooping into the venue after they have gone to refresh themselves. We've been here for more than 27 hours now, and many of the candidates and the governors are beginning to come back to the venue. We are still witnessing the sorting out of the vote cast. Rochas Okorocha also spoke about his own vision. He said he has a new song to sing, and also the song of unity and prosperity, and also will use the power for the common man, will provide free education, and also do a lot.
Muhammadu Buhari, Rochas Okorocha, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari.
Apc Pius is standing by right now with a live interview of one of the candidates.
Muhammadu Buhari.
As soon as we are able to locate him, we'll now hand over to him. Okay, now I think we have been able to locate him. Apc Pius, okay, it's over to you now.
Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Atiku Abubakar, Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Rochas Okorocha, Muhammadu Buhari.
You're still watching the live broadcast of the APC National Convention here in Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. The delegates are anxiously waiting to see who eventually emerges the presidential standard bearer of the party. I have with me Mr. Kayode Fayemi, the former governor of Apc State. He is the chairman organizing committee of the event we're watching live today. So how did you do it? There seemed to be no trouble so far.
Well, first and foremost, we must thank Almighty God for making all of this possible. We were given a clear mandate by the leadership of the party to deliver the presidential candidate of the party for the 2015 election via a credible and transparent electoral process. And that's just what we've attempted to do. It's by no means a perfect operation. operation, I must say, but we've also learned never to let the perfect become the enemy of the good. This has been a reasonably good effort on our part, and it couldn't have been possible without the support of the party leadership, particularly the Lagos State governor, who put everything into supporting this effort, and also members of my committee, our events manager, N-Fist Events, and the delegates themselves, who exercised a lot of patience, particularly in the area of accreditation, which was not really the best we could have put up in all of the operations we had. But so far, so good. Everybody can attest to the transparency of the operation. Everybody can attest to the level playing field to all the contestants. Everybody can attest to the quality of the speeches that all of the contestants gave. Any one of them could have been a very solid president of Nigeria, because they're full of vigor, they're full of ideas, they have credibility, they have vision, they are committed to this country, and they're compassionate about the people of Nigeria. So it's a win-win situation, whichever way it might turn out at the end of the day. It's a no victor, no vanquished operation for our party. We've managed to demonstrate to Nigerians that the tittle-tattle about lack of internal democracy in this party has been put to shame with what we've done with this operation, subscribed to by all the leaders of our party.
I'd like to thank you very much for spending your time with us. You're still watching live pictures from the Teslim Balogun Stadium. I'll hand you over to Demola in the studios.
Thank you, Amechi Pius.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amechi Pius, for that interview with the chairman of the convention, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, who is also the former governor of Ekiti State. Like we said, this is still the live commentary of the All Progressive Congress convention here in Teslim Balogun Stadium. Iyabo Wale Eri is standing by with another candidate, another delegate, and Iyabo, over to you right now.
Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu
here in Lagos, and with me is Mrs. Adeola Ogunbo. Mrs. Ogunbo, it's good to have you on the program.
Thank you very much.
You will be here for the past 30 hours, no doubt.
Yes.
So far, so good. What would you say is your take on the exercise?
The exercise has been wonderful, peaceful, well organized, well coordinated, and we're happy about it.
What do you think this means to Nigerians, the whole exercise so far?
It means a change of the way things are done in Nigeria. And if you go by the slogan of our party, change. So we are happy that we are providing a change for the country.
As a delegate to this convention, there is no doubt that at the end of the day, a winner will be announced.
Definitely.
Generally speaking, now, what would you say is the advice to the aspirants?
Well, like our party said, they signed an undertaking that whoever wins will be supported by his colleagues. So I believe everybody will work together for the winner of the exercise today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Abdullah. Thank you.
Muhammad Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Atiku Abubakar, Muhammad Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari. Name again. Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari. Atiku Abubakar. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
We're still watching the live coverage of the All Progressives Congress Convention here in Lagos. A quick look at the profile of the candidates once again. One of the candidates is Rochas Okorocha, born on the 22nd of September 1962 in Idiato, south of Imo State. Okorocha was a commissioner of the Federal Character Commission and a member of the National Constitutional Conference. In 1999, he competed in the primaries of the PDP candidate for governorship of Imo State, which he lost to Atiku Abubakar. He then moved to All Nigeria's People's Party, AMPP, and was an unsuccessful candidate of the party. He returned to the PDP and was appointed by President Olusegun Obasanjo as special advisor on inter-party affairs. He also formed the Action Alliance Party in 2005, planning to be the presidential candidate of that party. He returned to the PDP, and in September 2007, he indicated he wanted to become the party's chairman. He later defected to the All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA) to run as an APGA candidate for Imo State governorship on April 2011 election, which he won the election. On March 2nd, 2013, Rochas led a faction of APGA to defect to All Progressive Congress. He was later elected as the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum. That is just a short profile of one of the candidates, Rochas Okorocha, who spoke to us earlier today.
Muhammad Buhari.
Well, the votes are still being sorted out. We're still witnessing the sorting out of the votes.
Rochas Okorocha.
My colleague is here. Ademolu Okuneye, who has just come back from the convention ground. Ademolu, can you just tell us what you observe on at the convention ground?
Muhammad Buhari.
Well, there's no doubt that people are actually waiting for the result of this convention, having been around for the past 48 hours, and having also been very active in the process so far. And I must tell you that some people are actually marking their paper as the votes are being sorted and also counting along with the electoral committee. And there's no doubt that the security men have been very, very alert. And you can see them in almost every corner of this arena, ensuring due process and the security of all. The independent national electoral commissioners from Ogun and one other state are also around, including a national electoral officer, electoral commissioner, and the INEC is just ensuring that due process is also followed, and there's no doubt that they must have observed the discipline so far concerning this election and the transparency. So far, it's been so good. Demola.
Yeah, thank you, Demolu, for your observation. And a quick rundown of the profile of another candidate, Sam Nda-Isaiah, who is a publisher, is a founder and of the Leadership Newspapers Group, and currently also is one of the people contesting to run for the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress. Born in 1962 in Minna, he was the national editor-in-chief of the student pharmacist publication at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, formerly University of Ife. He graduated as a pharmacist and worked at the Mina General Hospital after a stint at the Kano Specialist Hospital. He joined the Pfizer Products Limited in 1985 and left in 1989 to launch his serial entrepreneurship. Sam was a member of the Daily Trust editorial board as well as a member of all the committee appointed by the Kano State government to revive the Triumph, the state-owned newspaper. He established the leadership group in 2003 with less than ₦1 million. He started the Leadership Confidential, which was successful. A year later, he started Leadership First as a weekly newspaper after launching his Nigeria Full Disclosure, a compilation of his articles. He is a member of the Asian think tank, the Global Institute for Tomorrow. He is also a member of the Institute of Directors, a member of Vienna-based International Press Institute, a member of a World Association of Newspaper, and an executive member of the Newspapers Proprietors Association of Nigeria. That's talking about Sam Nda-Isaiah, the publisher of the leadership newspapers. Back to the sorting out of the votes right now.
Atiku Abubakar, Muhammadu Buhari, Rochas Okorocha, Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Muhammadu Buhari, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Atiku Abubakar, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Muhammadu Buhari, Rochas Okorocha, Muhammadu Buhari.
We're still witnessing the live coverage of the All Progressives Congress primaries here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. On your screen is one of the candidates, Sam Nda-Isaiah, who is the founder of Leadership Newspapers Group, and he was to contest as the standard bearer for the All Progressive Congress. Standing by is my colleague Yabo Walieri with another delegate. Over to you now, Yabo.
You are still on to the live broadcast of the Apc Convention here in Lagos. I have here with me Dr. Chidia Madwekwe. Dr. Madwekwe, we are glad to have you on the program.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So far, so good. What's your take on your convention that has been on since yesterday?
This convention is unique. We are showing a new face of real change, the change that has never happened before, the change that shows that we are democratic and that Nigerians are yearning for change. And indeed, in us, we have the ingredients for change. That's what this convention is all about.
So what are those ingredients, if I may ask?
Ingredients are: one, freedom of choice, able to express yourself, vote the candidate you like, not because you've been induced, and then wait the time, because democracy means being patient. And you can see that people have been patient here from yesterday, 3 o'clock p.m. till this time, and we are still here. That shows that Nigerians are patient to bring in democratic changes we deserve.
So what would you say is the implication of this to Nigerians and your party, the APC?
For my party, we are setting the standard, we are raising the bar for democratic principles. For Nigeria, they have a choice. We now have a choice as a country to enhance our capacity for democratic principles. It means, therefore, when we form the next government as a party, we too will be watching our back, knowing fully well that if we don't deliver, the opposition then will be taking it away from us. But right now, we are ready, we are prepared to tell Nigerians what it means to be a country with rich potential, not just a country blessed, but a country with potential and great, but a country that has the capacity.
Thank you very much, Dr.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Yabo. Yeah, we're still witnessing the live coverage of the third national convention of the All Progressives Congress. On your screen, we have one of the candidates, the governor of Kano State, Rabiu Kwankwaso, born in 1956. He was an active student leader in his school days and was an elected official of the Kano State Student Association. He joined partisan politics in the Third Republic, where he was elected to the House of Representatives and became the deputy speaker. He was a member of the People's Front faction of the SDP, led by the late General Shehu Yaradua. During the 1995 Constitutional Conference, he was elected to be one of the representatives from Kano. He was then a member of the People's Democratic Movement led by Yaradua. He joined the PDP in 1998 and won the primaries of the party to contest election, which he won as the governor of Kano State under the PDP from 1999 to 2003. He lost his re-election to Malam Ibrahim Shekarau. He was re-elected as Kano State Governor on the 27th of April 2011. He is currently serving his second term as the Governor of Kano State. He was appointed Minister of Defense by President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2003. In 2007, he was appointed as Special Envoy to Somalia and Darfur by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. He also defected to All Progressives Congress in 2013 with some other PDP governors. Yeah, still they're sorting out of the votes cast overnight by the 7,214 delegates that were accredited for these national convention. And so far, so good. The conduct has been very fair, open, transparent, and orderly. There hasn't been any complaint of any sorts, and the INEC officials are also here to witness what is happening here. Likewise, we have the huge presence of security operatives and party officials, delegates from 36 states of the country, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. We're still sorting out the votes, and I have with standing by one of my colleagues, Bolaji Akim. It's standing by to interview one of the delegates. Over to you, Bolaji.
You are still watching the live telecast of the All Progressive Congress National Convention here in Lagos. With me, I have Honorable Dino Melaye. He's going to be speaking on the convention so far. Honorable sir, how will you describe this convention?
I would say that this convention is very unique, and for me it is a convention that is going to celebrate the political obituary of the ruling party. Well organized, transparent, It started from the accreditation and verification and registration. Everything is biometric. It shows the sincerity of purpose of heart and commitment of the APC. And we have said the convention is so unique because with this convention, by the special grace of God, we are going to celebrate true democracy. Democracy will continue to be government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Never will it be greediocracy, government of the greedy, by the greedy, and for the greedy. Wonderful convention, transparently conducted, and we are very, very happy that at least we have a semblance of what is called democracy in this country.
So let's look at the delegates and the contestants. How will you describe their reaction? I'm
so happy that we have sophisticated aspirants, and the delegates have conducted themselves in the best of manners. It has been very wonderful. It has been very historic. The aspirants, the four of them, any of them will beat President Goodluck Jonathan. And we are very happy that we have credible aspirants, and especially General Muhammadu Buhari, who have become the nemesis of corruption in this country. 5 of them, sorry. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Let me hand you back to the OB crew for the continuation of the exercise.
Thank you, Bolaji. Thank you for that brief interview there. A lot is still happening here at the sorting out of the votes. Let's just witness a bit of what is happening at the sorting out there.
Atiku Kwankwaso, Atiku Buhari, Rochas, Atiku Rochas, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Atiku, then Buhari. When you pull it after. Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari.
You're still watching the live broadcast of the APC National Convention. I have with me Dr. Mohammed Shehu, the member of the party. We like to have your thoughts on the exercise today.
Well, this is a great day for Nigeria. It's a great day for APC, and it's a great day for democracy. This is what democracy is all about, for supporters to come out and exercise their own right and make a choice of who should be the candidate for the election that is coming next year. This has shown example not only to the ruling party but to other political parties in Nigeria, and I hope this is the beginning of good things to come, because APC has been able to prove people that when you have a good organization and committed individuals, you are likely going to succeed.
Thank you very much for spending your time with us. The counting of votes is ongoing as I return you back to the studio.
Yeah, thank you, Amechi, for that brief interview there with one of the delegates. The sorting out of the votes is still ongoing. While we still witness that, we'll look briefly at the profile of another candidate. This time around, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, was born on the 25th of November 1946. A politician, businessman and philanthropist, Atiku Abubakar worked in the Nigeria Customs Service for 20 years, rising to become the Deputy Director of Customs, the second highest position in the service then. He retired in April 1989 and took up full-time business and politics. He ran for the office of the Governor of Gongola State, now Adamawa and Taraba State, in 1991. He also contested for the presidency in 1993, placing third after MKO Abiola and Babagana Kingibe in the Social Democratic Party SDP primaries. In 1998, Atiku Abubakar was elected governor-elect of Adamawa State, but was elected by the PDP presidential candidate then, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, as his running mate. They won the election in 1999 and was sworn in as the second democratically elected Vice President of Nigeria on May 29, 1999. However, his relationship with his boss then went sour. Consequently, his bid to succeed President Obasanjo did not receive the approval. Atiku Abubakar, let me run it again. He was later disqualified by the Independent National Electoral Commission, but was reinstated after the order by the Supreme Court. He contested the election on the platform of the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, having left the PDP on the account of his stormy relationship with his boss. He came third after Umaru Yar'Adua of PDP and Muhammadu Buhari of the AMPP. You're still watching live the coverage of the All Progressive Congress taking place here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. Amechi Pius is standing by with another candidate to bring us an interview. Another delegate, sorry. Amechi Pius is over to you now.
You're still watching the National Convention of the APC here in Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere. I have with me Alhaji Garba Gadi. He's the chairman, BOT of the APC. Alhaji, we just like to have your thoughts on the exercise today.
Well, let me first start by correcting. Actually, I serve as the chairman of the Legacy Party CPC committee during the merger exercise, and presently I'm a member of the Board of Trustees of APC representing Bauchi State. Well, what we have seen, honestly, is a culmination of a lot of patience, a lot of efforts by well-meaning Nigerians who believe that the members of the Legacy Party would come together and salvage Nigeria. we successfully agreed on all aspects of the merger, which lasted between February 2013 and June 2013. As Providence will have it, I'm the only person out of the three chairman of the legacy party that midwifed APC that are still with APC. Unfortunately, our senior brother Tom Ikime has gone. His Excellency Shekarau, my good friend, Okonko has gone. I remain the only person among those who signed the midwifing of APC. So it is a great day for us. We have seen it all. The merger was concluded. APC was registered. The party had its primaries all over the nation, successfully culminating into the election of our flag bearer, which we believe will take us to a successful election in 2015.
What do you think? What advantage do you think you have, over the other parties, in the forthcoming general elections?
Well, I would imagine that those of you in the media know better, because people are always in touch with you in the newspapers, in the television and other sources of communication. And from what we are seeing, the nation is not only tired of the PDP, but majority of the Nigerians believe that APC has not done enough for them in the last 16 years, and we are not expecting anything better. Actually, our state of insecurity is enough to make every Nigerian and every responsible Nigerian to feel that PDP should go and a new government should come. And if
what new thing are you going to bring to bear?
Is leadership. The new thing we are bringing is leadership. Everybody knows that all the contestants in APC can do better separately than the present leadership of PDP.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I'd like to hand you back to the studio where Demola is standing by.
Thank you, Amechi Pius, for that brief interview with the delegates. And while he was speaking, he talked about the signing of the MOU by the parties that came together to form the All Progressive Congress, and mentioned that at least two of the people that signed, Tom Ikimi, has defected to the PDP. Likewise, Malam Ibrahim Shekarau, who signed for the AMPP then. Demolu, can you just comment on this merger briefly?
Well, the All Progressives Congress was formed February 2013. It was through an alliance by the country's biggest opposition parties then, the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, the Congress of Progressives Change, the All Nigeria People's Party, ANPP, and the faction of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA. Two of the major actors in that signing of the resolution, Chief Tom Ikimi of ACN, and Malam Ibrahim Shekarau of the then ANPP, have joined the party which the alliance aimed at opposing, the People's Democratic Party. The process of registering APC was one which also had its hitches, as two other associations, African People's Congress and All Patriotic Citizens, also applied to ENEC with APC as the acronym. By 13th July 2013, the party received approval from the Independent National Electoral Commission. By November 25th, 5 governors from the People's Democratic Party joined the APC. They were accompanied by 49 legislators who joined 137 existing legislators of APC at the National Assembly. And don't forget, of recent, on October 28, 2014, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, announced his joining the party. He eventually clinched the gubernatorial ticket of the party in Kano State. And subsequently, we had witnessed 2 elections as a result of the emergence of APC. One was in Ekiti State, where the party lost to the People's Democratic Party, and the other was in Osun State, where the party won, retaining its seat in that state. Demola.
Yeah, thank you, Demolu, for that brief rundown of the process of the merger of the four former opposition parties to become a stronger one, All Progressive Congress, February 2013. I have one of my colleagues standing by, Bolaji Akim, is ready to speak with one of the delegates right now. Over to you, Bolaji.
You are still watching the live transmission of APC Congress here in Lagos. With me, I have Otumba Niyi Adebayo. He will be speaking on the convention. Sir, what is your opinion about the ongoing convention, sir?
Well, I'm very, very happy with the way things have gone. It shows that political parties in Nigeria can hold primaries that would be truly democratic. This has been a very democratic process. It has been open. Everybody has seen that it has been a fair primary, and I'm very happy so far with what has gone on. The counting is going on. We're just waiting for the final results.
So let's look at the conduct of the contestants. How will you describe their conduct in this primary?
I believe they have all behaved as true party men. They have conducted themselves in a proper manner. They have canvassed for votes. They all spoke before the voting started about what they would like to do for the country, and they all agree that whatever the outcome of the election, they will all join hands together to see to it that the eventual winner becomes the president of Nigeria next year.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me hand you back to the OB crew for the continuation of the event.
We're still witnessing the live coverage of this convention of the All Progressives Congress taking place here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. The votes are still being sorted out. We go to the venue where the votes are being sorted out right now.
Atiku Buhari Atiku Rochas Buhari Kwankwaso Atiku Buhari Atiku Buhari Rochas Atiku Buhari.
Yeah, we're still witnessing the sorting out of the votes of the delegates here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. It's still the live coverage of the All Progressives Congress. They are trying to elect their standard bearer for the presidential election coming up February next year, 2015. A total of 7,214 delegates were accredited overnight, and they've all casted their votes. Right now, what we're seeing, witnessing, is the sorting out of the votes. Some of the candidates are still present at the venue. Majority of them have left because they haven't stayed there overnight. A lot of them are tired and worn out, but some are still present. And my colleague Bolaji Akim is trying to sort out to get one of the delegates to speak. But before then, we just have to have a quick run of the profile of the former head of state. Before we run the profile, I would like to go to Bolaji Akim, who is standing by to interview the former governor of Kwara State, who is presently a senatorial, who is a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That talking about Dr. Bukola Saraki. Over to you, Bolaji Akim.
Still at the APC National Convention here in Lagos. With me, I have Senator Olushola Saraki. Senator, sir, what is your stake about the ongoing convention, sir?
Well, I think it's been a successful one. It's been well organized. The turnout, the delegates, the participation has been good. The excitement and the way everybody's been allowed to freely vote and shows great hope for the party and for the country. It's been a great outing.
How will you describe the attitude of the delegates?
Very good, very committed. You know, we didn't start voting until very early hours of this morning, and some had been here for over a few hours and stayed all through that. The accreditation was long and very meticulous, but they stayed, adhered to it, stuck to it, and voted patiently, calmly, and no rancor, and it's been very good. I mean, it's a victory to the delegates. They've made what this event has been a success. Thanks to the delegates. Thanks so much.
That is Senator Olushola Saraki. Back to the OB crew for the continuation of the exercise.
Thank you, Bolaji Akim. Just spoken with the former governor of Kwara State, who is also a senator, Dr. Bukola Saraki, there. He also commended the conduct of the delegates at this convention, and the atmosphere has been, calm, peaceful, and the whole exercise very, very, very transparent. Before we went for that interview, we're going to give you a profile of the former head of state, who is also one of the candidates at this convention. A quick run over of the profile of Major General Muhammadu Buhari. Was born on December 17th, 1942. He joined the Nigerian Army in 1962. In 1976, he became the Minister or Federal Commissioner for Petroleum and Natural Resources under the then head of state, General Olusegun Obasanjo. Before then, he served as the governor of the then northeastern states during the regime of late Murtala Mohammed. He became the head of the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, in 1977. On December 31st, 1983, after the military coup that overthrew the civilian administration of President Shehu Shagari, he was selected to lead the military government as the head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, with the late Major General Tunde Idiagbon as the chief of general staff. His government initiated a public campaign against indiscipline known as War Against Indiscipline. Why? An aspect of this campaign include the public humiliation of civil servants who came late to work, while military guards were armed with whips to ensure orderly queues at bus stops. Another high-profile incident of his administration then that sparked a diplomatic incident with the British administration was when British officials found Umaru Diko, a former transport minister during Shehu Shagari administration, in a crate marked for shipment to Lagos. However, the administration of Major General Muhammadu Buhari has been highly commended for its uprightness and stand against corruption. The government was able to keep the economy afloat It rejected the IMF loan and refused to adopt IMF conditionalities to devalue the naira. It also reduced inflation by refusing to devalue the naira, curbing imports of needless goods, curtailing oil thefts, and using counter-trade policy to barter or exchange for seized illegally bunkered crude oil. His government, during his government, corruption was at its lowest ebb during his administration. His government was overthrown on August 27th, 1985. After then, Major General Buhari later served as the chairman of Petroleum Trust Fund, PTF, created by the late General Sani Abacha administration. In 2003, Major General Buhari contested the presidential election as the candidate of the All Nigeria's People's Party, ANPP. He was defeated by the PDP's candidate, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. On December 18, 2006, he was nominated as the consensus candidate of the All Nigeria's People's Party, ANPP. His main opponent then was the late former President Umaru Yar'Adua. He also lost the election. In March 2010, Buhari left the ANPP for the Congress of Progressive Change, CPC. His main opponents were President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP, Malam Nuhu Ribadu of the then Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, and Ibrahim Shekarau of the ANPP. The election was won by the incumbent president, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP. And now, with the merger of the ACN, CPC, ANPP, and a faction of the ABGA, the former head of state is seeking to be the standard bearer of the APC come February 2015 presidential election. That's just a profile of the former head of state. We're still watching live the coverage of the 3rd National Convention of the All Progressives Congress, which here is being conducted in a peaceful atmosphere. The delegates have actually conducted themselves very well. The security officials are also here to ensure that there is no disruption to peace. One of my colleagues is standing by. We're trying to locate some of the delegates and also trying to fish out the candidates if they have come back to their seats after that. After casting their votes. I think Bolaji Akim is standing by again to speak with one of the candidates, one of the delegates. Over to you, Bolaji.
You are still watching the live transmission of APC Convention here in Lagos. With me, I have the gubernatorial candidate for APC in Lagos, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. Sir, how will you describe the ongoing convention, sir?
As you can see, it has been very successful. It's been conducted creditably, and you can see that it's peaceful, and in no time a winner will emerge, and this is a major victory for our party. We've always believed that everything that we do will be transparent, and that's the result that you also see here today.
How will you assess the primary election of the presidential aspirants?
It's been very clean and fair, and the delegates have been able to vote their consciences. Nobody has been hounded or harassed, and what we see here is what every Nigerian is expecting, and that's why APC is that party that is here to beat. You can see also that what we're doing here is a major victory for democracy, is a major victory for Nigerians, and Nigerians are beginning to see that change that we've always talked about, positive change that is coming to Nigeria.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Back to the OB crew for the continuation of the exercise.
Yeah, thank you, Bolaji, for that short interview with the Lagos State Standard Bearer Governorship candidates there. That's Akiwumi Ambode, who just won at the state primaries, which was also conducted peacefully earlier this month. We're still watching live coverage of the APC Congress, and right now we are still witnessing the sorting out of the votes cast earlier today. We told you earlier that 7,214 candidates were accredited, and we had 40 ballot boxes earlier today, and they've all been emptied into the bigger ballot box, and the delegates are still around. Many of them are still around, though majority of them have gone to refresh. Haven't been here for over 30 hours. We've been here since, yes, it's a 2-day convention, and we can see some of the delegates just exchanging pleasantries there. And the candidates were also given opportunity to sell themselves to the delegates before this election took place. They were all given 10 minutes each to speak to the delegates, and they all spoke very well. As you can see, then Muhammadu Buhari there, followed by Rabiu Kwankwaso and Nda-Isaiah, and also Atiku Abubakar with Rochas, Okorocha. That was very early in the day. That was around 1 a.m. when they were called up to the stage to tell the delegates what their plans and their visions are for the country. The Rochas, Okorocha, spoke extensively about his plans and his vision. He told us that he has a new song and to sing, a song of unity and prosperity, he told us, and that he voted in, he will use his power to empower the common man and also ensure that the rich are not left out. He also promised to provide free education and also ensure that adequate security is provided for the citizens of this great nation, Nigeria. Standing by again is Bolaji Akim with one of the delegates. Over to you, Bolaji, now.
We are still watching the live transmission of APC Convention here in Lagos. I have with me Alhaji Kashmir Shetima. He will be speaking on the convention. Sir, what is your opinion on this convention, sir?
Well, we have to commend the convention committee for really organizing a very, very transparent, open elections, and I believe that whatever the outcome, there will be no winner, no victor in this process. It's democracy that is going to win. It's APC that will emerge the winner. We'll rally around whoever that emerges as our presidential flag bearer and see to the victory of the party in the upcoming election.
So earlier on, the party presidential candidate speaks with the delegates. And how will you describe their performance, and what can you say about this the candidates?
Any of the candidates is eligible to rule this country. Each and every one of them is eminently qualified to be the president of Nigeria. But there has to be peace among equals. A winner has to emerge in any democratic dispensation, and whoever that clinches the ticket will rally around that candidate. That's the most important thing. We really need to emphasize at this crucial time the unity of the party. We have to be purpose-driven, we have to be vision-driven, and see to the victory of the party. We should, as much as possible, de-emphasize issues that will divide us as a party, as a movement, as a tendency.
Thank you, you so much, sir. Back to the OB crew for the continuation of the transmission.
Yeah, thank you, Bolaji Akim there. We're still watching live the coverage of the APC. This is the third national convention of the party, but this particular one is being convened to elect the standard bearer for the party for the presidential election for next year, February 2015. Hopefully, the delegates and the party members are hoping that they will be able to have the change that they so crying for and desire. And like the party chairman said, that they too must be the embodiment of change if there must be a change in this country. Earlier on, he talked about the need for the candidates to be responsible, especially while casting their votes, and also to enjoin the candidates to have vision for the party and also for the country. He also presented the manifesto of the party. You are looking at one of the, on your screen, you see one of the candidates for these Nda-Isaiah. A quick look at his profile once again. Sam Nda-Isaiah is the founder of the Leadership Newspapers Group, and currently also a candidate at this convention, seeking to clinch the ticket to be the standard bearer of the party. He was born in Minna on May 1st, 1962. He was the national editor-in-chief of the Student Pharmacist publication at the Obafemi Awolowo University, formerly University of Ife. He graduated as a pharmacist and worked at Minna General Hospital and had a stint at the Kano Specialist Hospital. We're still watching live coverage of these events of the All Progressive Congress. The All Progressive Congress, APC, was formed on the 6th of February 2013. This party is the result of an alliance of 4 political opposition parties that came together. We're talking about the former Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, the Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, the All Nigeria People's Party, NPP, and also a faction of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA. They came together in 2013, February, to form this party. And like we said earlier, that some of the major players on that day that signed the MOU have defected to the party, the PDP. That's talking about Chief Tom Ikimi, who signed for the ACN. He has defected to the PDP. And also Malam Ibrahim Shekarau, who is presently the Minister of Education. He also defected to the PDP. He signed for the AMPP, the MOU, while Garba Sidi signed for the CPC, and Senator Annie Okonkwo signed for APGA. We're watching live the sorting out of the vote cast. On your screen, you can see is the governor, the present governor of Kano State. We're talking about Rabiu Kwankwaso, who was born in Kwankwaso village 1956. He was an active student leader in his school days and also was elected official of the Kano State Student Association. He joined partisan politics in the Third Republic, where he was elected into the House of Representatives, and he became the deputy speaker in the Third Republic. He was a member of the People's Front faction of the SDP, led by late General Shehu Yaradua, and in 1995, a member of the Constitutional Conference. He was elected to be one of the representatives from Kano. He was then a member of the People's Democratic Movement, led by Yaradua. He joined the PDP in 1998 and won the primaries of the party to contest the election for the governorship, which he won in the PDP and ran between 1999 to 2003. He lost his re-election to Malam Ibrahim Shekarau, but was re-elected as Kano State Governor 27th April 2011. He was appointed Minister of Defense in President Olusegun Obasanjo's cabinet in 2003. In 2007, he was appointed as Special Envoy to Somalia and Darfur by Obasanjo administration. He defected to All Progressive Congress in 2013 with some other PDP governors. And we are seeing today he is also canvassing to be the standard bearer of the party. The sorting of the vote is still ongoing. And it is expected that in about an hour or two or before then, this exercise will be done with, and we will start counting the votes of the individual candidates.
No, is Buhari. Buhari, Rochas, Atiku is Rochas. Atiku, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Rochas, yeah, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, good. Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Sam, Atiku, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Sorry. Buhari. Rochas. Buhari. No. Atiku. Buhari. Yeah. Check. Atiku. Sorry. Buhari, sorry. Please. Sorry. Buhari. Atiku. Rochas. Buhari. Atiku. Buhari. Rochas. Buhari. Rochas.
We're still watching live the sorting out of the vote cast earlier today by delegates at the All Progressives Congress. This third national convention of the party taking place here at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. Like we said earlier, a total of 7,214 delegates were accredited, and they all voted. They all came from the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory. They were led by their governors and their representatives and the party leaders. A majority of them were here today, and although most of them have left the venue due to fatigue, because we've been here for over close to 32 hours now. This exercise started as a two-day convention taking place here, and it is expected that some of them will come back before the final result is announced, and very soon we are going to have the votes be counted. The votes are still being sorted out, and the conduct so far has been very, very, very peaceful. The delegates too, they have conducted themselves very, very well in an orderly manner, peaceful manner, although there were flashes here and there of a little bit of destruction, but it's not something that is too not big enough. Just one delegate was trying to disrupt, but he was quickly checked. Besides that, the whole exercise here was peaceful. That on your screen we have the governor of Imo State. I'm talking about Rochas Okorocha is one of the candidates at these conventions, contesting to be the standard bearer. Born 22nd of September 1962, he was a commissioner of the Federal Character Commission and a member of the National Constitutional Conference in 1999. He competed in the primaries of the People's Democratic Party. We're going to listen briefly to his earlier today we had an interview with him after he casted his votes. We want to have a playback of that interview now.
Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Rochas.
Okay, go back to it. Come back to it. Yeah, I was talking about I was just trying to have a brief run of the profile of Rochas Okorocha. Let me quickly have a rundown of the profile once again before we are able to bring that interview. We're trying to get that interview to you which we had earlier today. Rochas Okorocha was born in 1962 in Idiato, south of Imo State. Okorocha was a commissioner of the Federal Character Commission and a member of the National Constitutional Conference. In 1999, he competed in the primaries of the PDP candidate for governorship of Imo State, which he lost to Achike Udenwa. He then moved to All Nigeria's People's Party and was an unsuccessful candidate of the party. He returned to the PDP and was appointed by President Olusegun Obasanjo as a special advisor on inter-party affairs. He formed the Action Alliance Party in 2005, planning to be the presidential candidate of that party. He returned to the PDP and in September 2007, he indicated he wanted to become the party's chairman. He later defected to the All Progressive Grand Alliance ABGA to run as ABGA candidates for Imo State governorship on April 2011 national election, which he won, and is still the governor of Imo State. On March 2, 2013, Rochas led a faction of the ABGA to defect to All Progressive Congress. We had an interview earlier today with him. We're trying to sort it out, but meanwhile, we'll go back to the sorting of the vote exercise right now. My colleague is here, Dijido. He's been here since yesterday. We've been here together, all of us here. Diji, looking at the whole scenario and the conduct of the delegates and also the transparency of this election, what it's you as a political analyst this time around, what can you say?
Yeah, thank you very much, Demola. Yeah, it's been a long day. And naturally, the delegates all are going out to refresh and probably come back later before the final results are announced. Well, I've been saying before, the conduct has been okay. The delegates have been peaceful. And the planning of the convention itself has also been very good. I think what Lagos State government had done about traffic control is also worth mentioning. Because if you notice when you were coming here yesterday, the whole area around this stadium, the whole area was cordoned off. And traffic was diverted through other routes. And by now, many motorists in Lagos have been aware of this kind of diversion. The impact of that diversion is that the venue, the environment around this venue, the stadium area, have been very, very peaceful. The crowd has not been a big problem, and that actually makes it possible for people to move around easily. The governors on the platform of All Progressive Congress were all visible throughout this convention. They led their delegates to cast their votes, and many of them are still within the arena waiting patiently while the ballot papers are being sorted out, so that after the sorting, the collation will start, and after that, the results will be announced. One thing also we've been able to notice here is that the environment around Surulere has also been very, very peaceful. The security committee of the convention planning committee have done a good job in that respect. If you could recall, the police says they are deploying over 2,000 policemen to provide security for this convention, and that seems to have worked very well. The police are very cautious.
Buhari.
They are there, they are visible, but they are not aggressive.
Buhari.
And
Buhari.
The delegates have been able to move around
Rochas.
and participate in this process
Buhari.
without any unwarranted or unexpected development.
Atiku.
Now, some of the delegates are coming back.
Buhari.
The governor of
Buhari.
some of the delegates are coming back. And some are leaving, some are coming back. But the main focus for now is the sorting of the ballot papers, which is still ongoing.
Buhari. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Atiku. Rochas. Rochas.
All the contestants have their agents on ground.
Rochas.
And right from the beginning of this process, the agents have been on ground, they've been part of this process, they've been asked to see every step being taken by the officials conducting this Congress, all in the bid to show that it is open and transparent. Many party leaders too are still on ground. Likewise, many governors under the platform of the APC. Everybody is waiting, watching patiently, wanting to know the outcome of this very important process. Demola, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Deji Idowu, for that brief commentary. We're still on live. We're watching this sorting out of the vote cast earlier today. And earlier today, the party chairman, national chairman of the party, John Oyegu, presented the party manifesto to the delegates here, and while presenting the party's manifesto, he talked about the vision for the party and the country. He also told us about the 6 cardinal priority areas of the manifesto, which are the regional integration, good governance, human capacity development, economic development, land and natural resources, foreign policy development, issue of security, empowering the issue of security. Also, the issue of true federalism was also mentioned, and respect for the rule of law. He talked about youth development as well in the area of sports. And the party also will make adequate provision for job seekers. He promised that if the party is voted into power come 2015, it will provide for the aged, especially those over 65 years. They will be taken care of. They will be taken care of. And also, he said they will provide affordable shelter for Nigerians, and at least 1 million houses will be provided every year. 1 million. Well, it will also, he said that the party will also accelerate regional cooperation and strive to actualize what is right. The manifesto was adopted and ratified by the members of the party earlier today. Still sorting out the voting. DG, what do you have to say?
Yeah, while you're talking about the manifesto, I think what this has done is that the party is trying to tell its members that having a manifesto is one thing, working in the spirit of that manifesto is another. And I think that's why the chairman, when he was making his speech, was trying to tell the members of the party to read the manifesto, understand it, and also think about the best ways of implementing the manifesto. Not just the words, but in the spirit of the writers. And that's what Nigerian politicians are already talking about every day. That what we should be talking about now are issues. What everybody has to offer, and not actually about personalities. So I think APC has started that now by coming up with the manifesto and urging its members not just to listen to what the manifesto is all about, but also take time to study it and see how efficiently such a manifesto can be implemented if elected into office. And from what we see here today, it is very glaring that issues are now to be the main focus of politicking in Nigeria. Nigerian politicians seem to now be moving away from personal and personality issues into critical issues that will affect an ordinary Nigerian on the street. And there's no other better way for politicking in the country to go than this. That when politicians leave individual and personalities and look at critical issues in the country and offer sustainable solutions to them. Thank you, Dr. Mala.
Yeah, thank you, Digido, for that intellectual examination of the whole thing. The process is still ongoing, the sorting out of the votes cast earlier today. And we would like to remind you once again that all the candidates of the All Progressive Congress agreed and signed that whoever wins, the four will support. There will be no issue of people defecting as a result of probably not feeling or not agreeing with what happened here today. And what happened here today is so plain, so open, and so fair and very transparent. Everybody saw it. Everybody was awake that was here. And the process is still ongoing. The votes are still being sorted out, and very soon, very, very soon, we'll start counting the votes. Let's go back to the sorting of the votes once again, then we will talk a little bit more. Thank you.
Buhari, Atiku. Oh, sorry. Buhari, Rochas. Buhari, Atiku. Buhari, Atiku. Buhari.
Make sure it doesn't drop here.
Buhari, Kwankwaso. Buhari.
Invalid vote.
Wait.
Void.
Void. It's void. No, they did it too. It's void. It's void. It's not. It's conscience. Atiku. Buhari. Atiku. Buhari. Atiku. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Rochas. Buhari. Atiku. Kwankwaso. Rochas. Buhari. Rochas. Buhari. Atiku. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Atiku. Buhari. Atiku. Sorry. Buhari.
Yeah, you're still watching the live convention of the All Progressives Congress. Right now, we're still watching the sorting out of the vote cast today. We told you that before these convention, all the candidates, the 5 candidates, already agreed and signed that none of them would kick against the results of today, and whoever wins will be supported by the other candidates. Now, this development, Digido, what does it portend for our democracy?
Okay, thank you very much, Demola. Yeah, when the information came out that they all agreed to work together, the first thing that one will think about is the tenets of democracy. That you can't win it all. A winner needs to emerge. And where many people are contesting a winner. Once the process is transparent, winners have to be magnanimous in their victory, and losers too have to concede defeat. And I think by agreeing to work together, provided rather that the process is transparent as it is now, I think it's a development that politicians in Nigeria just need to embrace. In any political contest, naturally there will be winners, and the acrimony that usually follow elections. I think this convention is trying to draw attention to that, look, we need to be democratic. We need to accept the results of elections, even if it doesn't go our way. The fact remains that it's one of the key tenets of democracy. That where you win, you are magnanimous in your victory. You don't rub it on or rub it on all those who lost. And when you lose, you are a gentleman enough not to not to create unnecessary stress and tension around the system. And I think what APC aspirants have decided to do is something that is worthy of emulation. Nigerian politicians, from what we've seen, must learn to take defeat in good faith. And that is a beginning of a good development. Because we are moving to general elections very soon. If this kind of an attitude is embraced across the board, we can see less vicious attack, we can see less acrimony, we can see more cooperation among contestants, and we can see a situation where either those who win or those who lose will still work together for the common good. And I think in all the issues that are being raised there, the common good is the major issue. Giving the best to your country and ensuring that at all times you live by the tenets of democracy. I think that's a good beginning, and I think it's something that should be sustained.
Yeah, thank you very much, Digido, for that comment. And my colleague, Demolu, what's your own take on this kind of development?
I think that the APC was just trying to be proactive, having known that in the past, winning and losing had created some challenges to some political parties. And you are also seeing some people leaving the party as a result of losing. And the party is aware of such an implication, especially when you have 5 aspirants jostling for a particular position, the candidacy of the political party for the presidential election. And this is just a reflection of what democracy is all about. Democracy is said to be the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And when the majority speak, the entire system is supposed to accept that which has been said. And in political science, there is what you call the games theory. The games theory sees the political system like a game, sports, where there are rules and where there is competition and where there are competitors, as well as the fact that there must be a winner and there must be a loser. But the spirit of sportsmanship is always very essential, and it sort of makes everybody to come as a united front. This perhaps informed the decision of the party to make signing of that agreement as one of the factors before they went on the field for the election. If they abide by this, I think it will be good for the party as part of internal democracy.
Well, thank you very much, Demolu, there for that comment. We're still on live at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. It's the venue of the 3rd National Convention of the All Progressives Congress. The delegates have been screened. They have casted their votes. A total of 7,214 and cast their votes earlier today. And right now the votes are being sorted out, and we are waiting, and we are hoping that a winner will eventually emerge today, and the winner will be supported by the other candidates. In this matter, they have all said that there is no winner and there is no loser, that they are all working towards a common goal, and that is change, change, change.
Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Buhari, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, let me see that. Okay, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Nda-Isaiah, Sam, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Atiku, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, 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 Atiku, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Rochas. Wow. Kwankwaso, Buhari, 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 Atiku, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Buhari, 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 Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, 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 Rochas.
Yeah, we're still watching the live coverage of the All Progressives Congress taking place at Teslim Balogun Stadium here in Surulere, Lagos, and presently the votes are still being sorted out. My colleague Amechi Pius is standing by with the governor of Rivers State for a live interview. Over to you, Amechi.
What I've done before, with education. And as to say, before I became a governor, I made education free through the Rochas Foundation. I'm a governor. Education is free even to the university in Imo State, polytechnics. No one pays a dime. Now, if I become president, I can easily transfer the same vision. It's a vision.
Okay, if you don't get the ticket, will you still support whoever gets the ticket?
Of course. Of course. I'm an unrepentant member of APC. For me, I might not have all the comfort in APC, but I find some little comfort in it, and so I can express myself. I can interact with.
Very correct. Yeah, we're having the audio challenge there. We'll come back to this interview as soon as we are able to sort out the audio challenge that we are having. That is Amechi Pius having a live interview with the Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi, and we're trying to find out the challenge that we are having concerning this audio. As soon as we are done, we'll bring back this interview. Meanwhile, we'll go back to the venue where the votes are being sorted out. Like we said earlier, 5 candidates are jostling to be the standard bearer of the All Progressive Congress for the 2015 presidential election taking place here in Nigeria. They have all canvassed for the vote of the delegates. We had 7,214 delegates that were accredited for this convention, and many of them are still around, while many of them also have left to refreshed, haven't been here for over 30 hours. It's a 2-day convention, national convention of the party, which has been adjudged by all to be free to be fair, to be open, to be transparent, with the conduct of the delegates very okay. We're still trying to link up with our colleague Amechi, trying to sort out the audio problem. While we do that, we'll go back to the sorting out exercise.
Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Buhari, Atiku, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso. Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, void. You need water? Atiku, Buhari, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, 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 Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, you can't be answering your phone, no. Please, switch it off, please. Yeah, you can go ahead. No. Eh? Let me have one here. Yeah. You ready? No, not yet. Okay, since you are insisting.
The delegates were able to cast their votes
box number
with
26.
minimum each is in any form.
And now box number 26.
One thing that is clear about this is that the stadium where this event is holding
27
quite has a capacity for a large crowd. Teslin Balogun Stadium is a stadium named after a very provincial and well-known footballer in the 60s and early 70s, latest Balogun, who actually was an indigenous of Lagos State.
And there goes box number 29.
Surulere, where the Buhari is located, is also a community that we can say
Kwankwaso,
except
Buhari,
where people
Kwankwaso
from Lagos Island when
Buhari,
the Coke Bridge and
Buhari, Atiku,
were being constructed,
Kwankwaso,
and they were relocated
Kwankwaso, Buhari,
just a few meters
Atiku,
from the stadium,
Buhari,
and that is how
Buhari,
area were able
Buhari,
to have the name
Kwankwaso, Atiku.
Yeah, thank you.
Buhari,
Buhari.
Buhari,
Is there
Buhari,
crowd?
Buhari
is standing by now.
Buhari,
Bring
Rochas,
live interview with some
Atiku.
candidates. Amici is over to you now.
Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Rochas.
Whilst that is going on, we have one of the aspirants here,
Buhari,
the governor of
Buhari,
We would like to
Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, This is void. This is void. Void. Buhari, Sam, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Rochas, Buhari, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, 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 Buhari, 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 Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, 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 Atiku, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Buhari, Buhari. Okay, take it. Kwankwaso, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Kwankwaso, 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 Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Atiku. Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Buhari, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, Rocha, no, Buhari, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Buhari, Buhari, Atiku, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Kwankwaso, Buhari, 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 Atiku, Rochas, Buhari, 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 Kwankwaso, 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 Atiku, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, 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 Atiku, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Buhari, Atiku, Rochas. Use your handkerchief. Rochas. Buhari. No, please, can you get away from the box, please? Get away from the box, please. Don't come here, please. Rochas. Atiku. Buhari. 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 Atiku. Buhari. Atiku. Rochas. Buhari. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Buhari. 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 Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Rochas. Kwankwaso. Buhari. 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 Atiku. Buhari. Rochas. Buhari. Rochas. Buhari. 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 Kwankwaso. Atiku. Rochas. Atiku. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso. Atiku. Kwankwaso. 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 Atiku. Atiku. Buhari. Rochas. Atiku. Atiku. Buhari. Kwankwaso. 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 Buhari. Buhari. Rochas. Kwankwaso. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Buhari. 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 Atiku. Kwankwaso. Atiku. Buhari. Rochas. Kwankwaso. 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 Buhari. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Atiku. Buhari. 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 Rochas. Atiku. Buhari. Kwankwaso. Atiku. Kwankwaso. Atiku. Buhari. Buhari. Kwankwaso.
You are still watching
Buhari.
the live
Kwankwaso.
Of
Atiku.
NTA
Buhari.
transmission of
Atiku.
ACN National Convention.
Atiku.
We now hand over to
Buhari.
Pius, our colleague.
Atiku.
He wants to talk to the governor of
Buhari.
Over to Amici now.
Rochas. Buhari. Buhari. Atiku. Kwankwaso.
You're still watching live broadcast from the Teslim Balogun Stadium, venue of the APC National Convention here in Lagos. And I have with me the governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, who happens to be my namesake.
Are you among those who believe that 16 is bigger than 19? So why didn't you address me to as chairman of governors forum since 19 is bigger than 16? Yes, go ahead.
So far, so good. What's your impression?
Very good. Very good. I had said earlier that there's a need to also commend my friend and brother, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, for a well-organized convention. And what the APC has shown here is that transparency in electioneering is possible.
So what advantage do you think APC, you have over other parties?
We have the people, they don't have people. I say to people, I'm a Christian. We have God and the people. They have the military and the president. Like they did in Ekiti, like they did in Osun, and all that. Once you have a transparent election, an election that is free and fair, an election could be free but not fair. It could be free in the sense that INEC will say we will not allow rigging, but it could be unfair if they use the military against the opposition.
So what
we just showed here now, what we just showed here now clearly is that it is possible to hold an election that is both transparent and free and fair.
Okay, the election is over. From what we have seen, they're sorting the ballot papers. What next?
What next will be that the chairman, whoever emerges as the presidential candidate, will lead the campaign. And like you already know, each person marshal out what points they will form our campaign. They said if we form government in 2015, and we know we will form government in 2015 by God's grace, then you'll be rest assured that we'll pursue programs that will enhance the living standards of Nigerians. Currently, we produce oil, but few individuals who are dancing about following the president are collecting the money to the detriment of Nigerians. If you see the crowd you saw here, 80% of them, 80% are actually not the crowd that have money. There are people who are desperately looking for ways to ensure that we have a change in government through a democratic means.
All right, one final question. How is APC? What are you going to do, different to improve the well-being of the people?
We've done one already. What we've done here is the transport election. PDP has never had a transport election before. PDP has never. By now, people will be stepping down because they will see that it's very frustrating and that it won't be transparent. But here it is transparent, and that is one difference between we and the PDP. The next difference between we and PDP is that we will not be corrupt.
Thank you very much.
You agree? You agree I won't be corrupt?
I don't know.
Let's assume Buhari wins. And he has said, I have zero tolerance to corruption. What else are you listening to? He has said to you, I have zero tolerance to corruption. He has said to you that he won't look back. Looking back means he won't govern. But if you say, oh, look, they stole $20 billion, they stole 2.3. Okay.
Buhari, Rochas, Buhari.
I've been talking to the governor of Rivers
Rochas,
State, Rotimi Amechi.
Buhari.
It's back to you, Demola.
Kwankwaso,
Rivers State.
Kwankwaso,
Rotimi Amechi. We are still on
Buhari,
mission of this
Rochas,
third
Buhari,
National
Buhari,
Convention of the All
Buhari,
Progressives Congress,
Buhari,
APC.
Buhari. Buhari.
The sorting of the ballot papers are still on.
Kwankwaso.
And they are moving gradually towards the end of that particular exercise.
Buhari.
It's been a long day here.
Buhari, Rochas.
But everybody is still pushing on. The sorting is still on.
Rochas. Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Buhari.
And we're all
Buhari
watching.
Buhari.
Everything is transparent.
Buhari.
The
Atiku.
sorting is gradually, like I said,
Atiku.
moving towards the end of that particular exercise. The bulk of the ballot papers have been sorted out. After that, the
Atiku.
collation, the counting will start.
Buhari.
And after that, they'll collate the results, and we can now have the final announcement of who the winner of this particular exercise will be.
Buhari.
Whoever wins this particular primary becomes the standard bearer of the All Progressives Congress in the 2015 presidential election.
Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Buhari, Rochas. Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Atiku, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Buhari, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Rochas, Buhari, Kwankwaso.
Get an impression of
Buhari,
how the election
Buhari,
going on.
Buhari,
Your Excellency,
Kwankwaso.
impressions about what has been happening here since morning.
Well, excellent. It's going well. This is democracy in action, and proven that
Buhari,
respect democracy.
Buhari,
It's as this glasses you can see.
Kwankwaso, Buhari,
we're happy that
Kwankwaso,
the whole exercise is transparent. So whoever wins,
Atiku,
will be happy to impress.
Kwankwaso,
What makes people really angry in
Kwankwaso,
setting is when they are not
Kwankwaso, Buhari,
see the transparency in the exercise,
Buhari,
so they feel cheated.
Buhari,
I'm quite happy with
Atiku,
so good.
Buhari, Atiku, Buhari.
Politics, there's not like win or lose. You're a winner because there's no wrong investment in politics.
Buhari, Atiku, Buhari,
to see
Buhari,
rule this country.
Buhari
desired to do same. Atiku,
Buhari,
same. Kwankwaso,
Buhari,
and we're all eminently qualified. So
Kwankwaso,
presidents, one would be a presidential candidate.
Buhari.
So, for me, there's not like failure.
Rochas,
Failure as an invitation.
Rochas,
as an invitation to start again.
Buhari.
So there's not like failure from to me.
Rochas.
So, but what
Atiku.
is that we're here with participants.
Atiku.
We've been a wonderful exercise. We stayed here all night.
Kwankwaso,
Interacting with each other. I mean, for me,
Buhari,
belonging.
Buhari,
Very good.
Kwankwaso,
And I'm happy
Kwankwaso,
there's a voice from this
Kwankwaso,
southern part of this country.
Kwankwaso, Buhari, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Atiku, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Buhari, Rochas, Kwankwaso, Atiku, Rochas, Atiku, Kwankwaso,